Hi ladies, how is everybody? Happy Sunday. Gotta keep track of what day it is. Happy Sunday. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Happy New Year. No, it's not.
Oh, is it really Sunday? Oh.
My daughter's like, Mom, it's Saturday. I'm like, no, it's not. Hi, Miss Janaea. I'm so happy you're here. Oh, I meant to turn on my other light. Let's see if this helps. Get it to its right setting. Let's see if that's better. That should be a little bit better. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It's daylight out, so I didn't know if I really needed my lights, but I think that'll still help. So I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm going to do just a really, really brief kind of recap in case anyone is new to the project, didn't see the live on Friday that I did, and just kind of give a quick overview, and then I'm hoping to go ahead and do like my title page and at least start the first prompt that we have. So hi there. So this is for 52 Weeks of Me, which is hosted by Miss Susanna, who is Made in Mojave on Instagram. It's a completely free challenge. And so I did this back in 2018 when she first hosted it. And that's what this album is that I did a little walkthrough of on Friday, which you can certainly watch the replay. I did a 6x8 album, did a mix of pocket pages as well as some unpocket pocket pages in the album, and really loved this format. It was one of my most favorite projects, and so I'm going with the same format again. And so what I did on Friday is I sat and put together a kit for myself using supplies that I already had. And one of those things that I did, let's show you guys what I've got going on, is I sorted through, I'm using Maggie Holmes because I have tons and tons of Maggie Holmes product that I have purchased. I love her products. The colors work really well with this project especially, and I really have been wanting to use something that I love. So I went ahead and sorted through and pulled out cards from each of, there's some dog or cat fur, which is never a surprise in this house. I went ahead and sorted through my cards that I had of hers. I also pulled from my Kelly Bangs Project Life cards because some of those will be really cute, and I have just been kind of hanging on to those. So I pulled those, and I pulled some ones that maybe said some different phrases that might go along with some of the prompts that she might give us for the project. Just a couple. I used to have a lot more of these, but I have used some, but within my stash that maybe said currently, or one is for songs, one is for TV shows, currently obsessed with, which I did see, and the prompts have already been emailed. They were actually emailed on Friday if you signed up already, and so you've got the first 4 weeks or the first month's worth of prompts for this project. So I've pulled cards. I have to go through some more cards because this is the kit that came with the album I'm using, and so I do need to pull out these and add them to my stash. What I may also do, like this evening while I'm watching television, is I may sit and corner round all of these and any other square ones that I have. Hi, Miss Ramona. Just to go ahead and have that done so I don't have to do it when I'm in the middle of setting up pages. So that's something else that I may go ahead and do. I had also pulled stickers that go along with the different sets that I have, just so I have stickers on hand for adding little touches. I pulled some word strip stickers because those are always a fave and they come in really handy. And then I also, and I'm using a Rascot cart, but I didn't finish setting up the cart just yet. I had also started to pull some favorite just like bits and bobs that I had in a bin of mine that were like things that people have made that I have purchased, you know, clips that I have that might come in handy, just little pieces that I have been kind of savoring and hanging on to from different things I've purchased online where they add little extras in, or things I've specifically purchased. So this still has a long ways to go, because I still have a couple of areas of like favorites to pull from to make sure I just have things kind of easily accessible. And let's see. And then I also had gone through die cuts that went along with the Maggie Holmes collections, and I sorted them out a little bit, just by like numbers, and then these were more like smaller shaped die cuts. These were more of the ones that were the larger squares that would take up a larger space, just to make it a little easier. And then this was more of like the tags and things. I talked about these different trays on Friday as well. They're found at Target. These corner rounded ones are the little bit smaller ones. These are found in the dollar spot or the Bullseye Playground. You usually get 4 for $1 when they have them. These little bit larger ones are in the bathroom section, and they are technically little lids, but they stack really nicely. And then they allow you to have your things separated and out of the packages. If I had stuff in packages, I tended to not use things as much, or it just takes more time because then you're like opening the package to kind of dump it all out, to kind of see what works, and then putting it back in the package. This just makes it a little bit easier. And I'd also pulled washi that's from Maggie Holmes that will match, just so I have some things kind of ready. The other thing that I did today, before we started, was I did go ahead and pull from my number and alpha chipboard stickers, because I'm thinking that for my title I will probably write it out with stickers, which is what I did last time to do the 52 weeks of me for my title page. So my hope is to get my title page done today and at least start the first prompt, depending on how long it takes me to kind of dive in to the project. So when I was going through cards, originally I had pulled a couple that I thought might be kind of fun as openers. This one says hello, and you know, it's just would maybe be kind of nice for the opener, but I'm not sure if I want to put it on the first page or if I really want the first page to be a true title of 52 Weeks of Me, and maybe this would be like right on the back side. I liked this card as well that said pages filled with memories, stories, and happiness, because that's essentially what this album is going to be. It's going to be pages filled with, you know, the different stories, the different memories, and, you know, the happiness and the things that are happening in my life. And this one was also kind of cute. This one this is what it's all about. You know, I could see this going with like, this is what it's all about, and kind of matching up like with this card. And so I had pulled these, but again, I have to kind of figure out what I want to do as far as my opener, if I want it to be able to say 52 Weeks of Me. So I kind of have to decide what that looks like in cards. And so I'm using the same album because I had multiple of these and I love this album, and it is Maggie Holmes, so it's a perfect fit for what I'm doing. So I can safely say that I will do at least a 4x6 pocket protector on the one on the bottom, with maybe 2 3x4s at the top for the opening, just because I know I want to be able to write out that 52 Weeks of Me, which requires a full space and not just 3x4 cards. So I'm going to go through again my 4x6 and kind of see what is really speaking to me, because again, I don't know that I want hello to be the opening card. You know, the opening page, I wouldn't mind if it was possibly on the back. You know, and I maybe added like 2022 or something like that, because that's what year this one is going to be. And it's interesting. I don't have any pages, I don't think, in there. I might have them in my other stash that would be like 2 4x6s where I could maybe use this one. I feel like with the arrow pointing down, I kind of would want it to be like at the top and then have, I can't seem to pick up cards these days. I would then maybe want to have this like below it. So I may have to search out for that. But again, I don't think I want this as my very, very front card. So I'm going to flip through my 4x6 cards and just kind of see what's talking to me as a good opener. You know, I like some of these where there's already some layering kind of built in. For me to use, but I also need enough of a canvas to write 52 Weeks of Me on. So we're gonna see if anything really jumps out at me as I go along. Oh, bye, Janaea. Have a great day. So I'm just kind of looking for something that maybe has a good amount of space for me to create my title around. How many of you are also doing this project? And if you are, have you decided what your format is? Are you doing a 6x8? Are you doing a traveler's notebook? Are you doing a maybe a 3x8 or something smaller? I know that these fold down the middle. This was a style for a while in Project Life cards, and I know that I definitely don't want to do that. You know, and sometimes I already have things that are like, you know, really speaking to me, and I would have already maybe had them pulled and had an idea, but that wasn't the case when I went through these the first. I pulled those couple that I thought might be neat at the beginning. This I'm going to pull because it matches that hello, because that might even work with the whole currently situation that we're doing. So yeah, I'm curious if you are participating, if you have decided what your format is, and then are you using your stash? Are you using a particular company or line of goodies that you have? You know, do you get something monthly, a subscription that you think would just be perfect for this? There's a lot of different options of what you can use. So I'm very curious what you are planning to use. All right, so I've pulled out way more options than I need from there, but I want to give myself plenty of options as far as then the different word stickers that I have available, so I can figure out what I want to use. I have like this striped option. I have this pink option. I didn't realize these had glitter on them that I pulled out. I don't think I want the big foam with glitter. I thought they were ones that didn't have glitter. And I have this like sea foam I can't think of the word I'm looking for. it fades from darker to lighter, and I can't think of what the word is for that. Yes, 6x8 is a really great size. I love using 6x8 for projects like this because it gives you enough room, enough variety with the different pocket pages or unpocket pocket pages without being so huge, and you can always do multiple pages. I mean, when I did it previously, I had some where it was like, it was a good four page, or like 2 pocket pages, 4 sides worth or 3 sides worth, all together. And that was great, because sometimes you are telling about multiple things. Putting together a kit is a great idea, either by choosing a collection that you love, or even if you're going to choose a collection for each month, if you have a stash and you don't have like something that would get you through the whole entire album, but you want to, choose something that you'll run for like kind of the 4 weeks and then you can switch to something else. If you've got a typical scrapbook collection where you've got some 12 by 12 papers and you could make your own cards, and you've got, die cuts and embellishments and things, or pulling all things based on just the colors and the style that you like from all different stash, but creating yourself a little bit of a kit to help make it easier. I'm really kind of leaning towards these letters. I don't know what it is about them. They're just kind of fun. And I'm kind of leaning towards this card because it also has the stripes, and I like that it has the little photo wheel. So that's a real strong possibility. I also kind of liked that. All right, so I'm really leaning towards these 3 cards. And sometimes this goes fast. Hi, Brandy. Sometimes this goes fast, and sometimes this does not go fast. It just depends on my mood and what's motivating me or pulling me. And I do find also that sometimes the first page is the hardest because it's like sets the tone for the rest of it. Whereas then once you've gotten like the first page done, and that was one of the other things with the 52 Weeks with Me when I did it the last time that I enjoyed, is since I had kind of that rhythm, which for those that didn't see Fridays, let me just real quick, so I really had this format, which I'm going to do again this year. This was like the beginning of this was each week's first page was a card that that told me what week it was, something cute over here, card embellished, whatever, and a 4x6 that I put what the theme was, and I put the dates for that particular week. And so I'm going to stick with that format because that made it really easy to have that consistency again and again and again each time. See, and here's one that was multiple pages, but again, it really helped me to have that. And then you can really have a lot of fun just playing with your supplies because it all mixed and meshed really, really fun together. So that's what I'm going with again. Let me take a sip. So I'm really thinking one of those 2 now. So now let's look at what letter placement would look like, and that'll help me to decide. And again, you can keep this super simple. This doesn't have to be, oh, these aren't on clear. Darn it. I was hoping they were on clear. You can keep this super simple. And, you don't have to embellish each of your cards. You can keep it pocket cards and journaling in a photo and just keep it really simple. You can also have a lot of fun and really pull things from your stash and layer it up, and just make it your own. Susanna has some really good tips and things in her emails. She has some free downloads on her website, which I have to go and check out and see what she has. One of the things that she did mention again is this is your story, and it's authentic. Like, you want it to be authentic. It's not about like making it for anyone else. It's really to make it for yourself. I really like both of these, but kind of think I'm leaning towards, I like this one. Not technically. Oh, no, it would be bad if I flipped it. I'm just realizing this might lend itself better with the design over here of doing 52 weeks of me compared. I wouldn't necessarily want to cover this up. I might want to be able to add something on there. So I don't know, but I could do 52 and weeks of me probably and get it that way too. So let's see if I like it on there or if I like it on here. Sometimes I can decide things super easily and other times it just takes me a bit. I'm gonna just kind of make an executive decision, I think. And I'm gonna go with the words. I just am really kind of liking this background. Can't help it, I just am. I just am really liking having the words in the background, I think. Just kind of keeping track of my color choices. So some of you might be like, well, that took you an awfully long time to pick your card. But again, it just depends. You know, sometimes it doesn't take me that long, and other times, you know, I just feel a wee bit indecisive. But there again, it's all about the process too for, you know, each of us. Some of us are really, really fast at our decisions, and some of us take a little bit longer, and that's okay because we want it to be our project. Okay. I am loving that. It just, yes. Hi, Aunt Charlotte. Yes, Katie, I'm the same. I mean, some things I can really, you know, move along a little bit quickly. Again, once the project gets going, especially if I have time, you know, so like if I sat and worked on, if I got rolling with this and maybe was in my, you know, second or third hour of working on the same project, I tend to get faster. But every time diving in, or again, when it's the start of a brand new one, takes me a little bit more time. Okay, so I'm going to move those out of the way, and then just decide, I think I want to put some small number stickers right here to just designate that it's 2022, because I think that would be cute. You know, and you may not have everything. Look, you may not have everything in your kit that you've created because you may not need certain things, you know. So like I just grabbed my little stickers. These I just keep in my desk drawer because they come up for so many different projects. But certain things are really good to go ahead and pull and have in a kind of a kit for a project like this, where you're gonna need die cuts consistently, and you're gonna maybe need washi to add up a little strip here or there. So I'm just gonna flip through these real fast to look for some good small number stickers that have a good size and a good color. I like this color, but I don't know that they would fit in the space that I have. Oh, thank you, Ramona. Yeah, the first page can always be just a little bit tricky because it's just that opening page, right? These would be great too, and those would probably fit better. Yeah, that first page can just really be tricky. It just kind of sets the tone. I'll never forget when I was making, I had done, tons of pages in my son's scrapbook album. He was born first. And I went to start my daughter's, and it was like I was just frozen in that first page, because it was totally different. It was all, pink and girl stuff, and I had new techniques because I had been scrapbooking for longer at that point, and it was like I just was so frozen in starting the project, because I just wanted it to be so perfect. So I do remember that I kind of like these better. But I don't know. Oh, that answers that though. You only get one of each number, and it's 2022, so that was an easy, that's not gonna work. Because there's only 1, 2. So that's not gonna be a possibility. So we're gonna use these pale pink ones. Made my decision really easy. I'm going to kind of stagger these a little because they don't quite fit on here, so I'm going to make it look a little intentional that they're staggered, as opposed to it just looking random, like I couldn't figure out how to line them up. Oh, that's really hard to see. They're super pale pink. All right. And then the big question is always how much do you embellish certain pages? Or cards, because I don't know that I want to do a whole lot else to this particular card, at least at the moment, because I need to still figure out what I'm doing as far as the other cards are concerned. So let's take a look at what 3x4 cards I have. I really don't think I want this on the front page either. I really think I want this on the second one, where I might do some sort of talking about what the project is all about, that kind of thing. So, and I did debate, or I did start to think about the fact that I might need to sort through these cards as well, because I might need, oh, you guys can't see them. I guess it would be kind of fun if you could see as I go through them. Still can't see them. Let's try that again. I might need to sort through these a little bit as well to kind of get some, okay, I don't know why I have multiple of this in there. I obviously shifted, I shifted something. Oh, I did the same thing with this. I think I got a little carried away with some of my, I can't even think of the word I'm looking for. Now see, on the one hand, this could be cute because it carries this pattern up if I wanted to then decorate on it, but I'm not sure. I am going to leave it out though because I might carry it over to the second page. And this is just the good and the bad sometimes about having too many options. You know, when you have so many options, I don't say that in a braggy way in any way, shape, or form, but when you have so many options for cards and things, it can sometimes make it worse, because then it's like, oh geez, I don't know, you know, I don't know what I want to use. This also works with that over there, so we're just going to pull those. So it does get a little tricky. A camera could maybe be cute. I don't know if you guys go through the same issue that I do sometimes. You know, this is cute too, but it doesn't really have the right colors, but it says it all starts here. But like there, I feel like that might be cute on a different page. That matches with that if I decide to do it later. There's another one. You know, and I'm wondering if I should separate these like by color, if that would help me. But I don't know that it would, because there's so many different colors and styles. I don't know that picking or separating them that way would necessarily do me a whole lot of good. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know if you think it would be helpful if I sorted these out a little bit and put like pinks together and turquoise together maybe, or if you think it would be helpful. So that I didn't, oh! Sometimes the chipboard stickers, I forget, you like really need to push them down because they don't have a ton of adhesive on them. It's very interesting. All right, there we go. So that I don't go through this every time I go to do something. Might come in handy. Let's see, that would work. Might be good if I separated them out a little bit. Otherwise, this project may take me forever every single week. I need to break it down a little bit so that it's already situated. I think I might need to do that, because this is going to be ungodly time consuming if I do this every go around. I think if I put all the pinks together and the yellows together and the turquoise together, that will help me a little bit. I think that's what I might do. All right, so I have some options. Now let's see what we're thinking. Oh, I forgot, I also have these ones from Kelly Bangs, but I don't think any of these are really for the very beginning. I do think that might work with it. It starts here though, so I'm going to pull that out for a minute just because. Yes, I think I am going to need to like separate them by color, because I think it'll make this process faster if I have pink together, yellow together, turquoise together, and then maybe even separate out maybe ones that have like full pictures on them or full phrases on them, just so that, you know, then I kind of know what I'm looking for in any given situation. All right, so let's look at these couple options that I've pulled and created and see if I like any of them. We'll kind of see what happens. So I had pulled like the camera, and then I thought like this was good because it pulled in the black and the pink. It's a little bit dark compared to this though. I do have this option as well. I definitely don't like that as much though. And then I had also pulled in these different yellow options that could work, and they could be swapped around. Feel free to holler if you see anything that you like together. I will take any and all suggestions because it's fun. It's fun to do it that way. I'm gonna move those over there because I also have like these options, adding that up. I think that's too much for sure. I have this, but I don't know what I would be writing about. Let's see the basics. Oh, the basics alley set from last year. Okay, for what was that for? Her basics set. I'm not familiar with that one. A 6x8 would probably be great. I'm a fan of 6x8. It gives you so much variety for everything, and you love the caramel. So was that one of these options in there? I think I do too. I think it's a good pull. Pink camera card on the left. Okay, we're gonna and then one of the caramel ones like on the right. Is that what we think maybe? Mustard and heart. Mustard and heart. That is definitely a possibility. I almost wonder if I like it like that though. Just to break up this little piece from that. This is a problem when I also like am looking and I feel like I have like multiple options for like the back page. Because then I'm wondering if like the camera would look nice with these pages filled with stories and memories. But I do like the camera here at the same time, but I do have camera die cuts and things like that too. I'm just going to play around for a minute. I definitely like your suggestion, and I definitely think it's a very strong possibility because I don't have a lot of things to write, so I don't necessarily need too many open ones because I don't even know what I'm going to put on this. Because I don't necessarily need written word. It's going to probably just get decorated out a bunch. I'm going to look at, I'm like, what did I do in last year's? Not that I want it to be the same. Yes, I probably will. That's why I was just looking. Oh, okay, so I did talk about what 52 Weeks of Me is on here. Okay, that's not bad. So I could do that as well. I could kind of give a little explanation of what it is. Okay, and or just do some clusters on it. I think I didn't overthink this one nearly as much. I think I was a little bit better about running through it, but I could be wrong. I am just a little stuck. just a little stuck. I like the camera, but I'm also kind of feeling like I want to save the camera, but then I don't want it to be too much yellow over here, like on the top. Goodness gracious. I forgot I have to go through these cards too that came with the set. I have to remember that, but I don't think any of them are going to be so perfect where I'm missing anything for this one. Yeah, no, okay. This needs to go away. I'll probably stay focused on the prompts. I will probably stay really focused on the prompts. Yeah. Probably. All right, so I'm gonna pause for a minute, and I'm actually gonna flip over and see what I'm feeling on the back side, because I have these couple of options, and just see if it helps to get me rolling, because this hello card was so cute, but that might even look cute with currently. I know that the little arrow is pointing down, but I may just have to go with it like that. And I'm kind of liking that. As simple as it is, I would embellish, you know, a little bit here and there, but I'm kind of digging that. Which then takes away my camera from the front, I know, but I'm really thinking I like that for back there, which means I could just embellish those a little bit. Okay. All right. So that just helped a little bit, because then I don't need those two right now, and I don't need that. It didn't majorly help me, but you know, it helped a little bit. I definitely don't need that anymore. All right, so I pretty much have these two options left, because I don't think I want to put this on the front. Although that's actually not that bad. But I really liked this. Okay, I'm gonna do another whole layout, and I'm gonna be okay with it. I'll show you what that's gonna look like in just a minute. All right, so let's get back to these two options. So I have like this, or I have this. I think I like this, maybe, unless I do need to look for a pink card. But I think I like this, and I just need to go for it, maybe. I know, right? Isn't it funny how sometimes like one thing can just really get us stuck? It's just so interesting. That I'm just debating if I should look for things to play with these, or if I should just move on and come back to it. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna work on this back side, because then I have a real idea for the next page I want to do. So I'm not gonna embellish the camera at all, because I think the camera is good just like it is. There's not a lot of excess room. Don't know that I really want to decorate that either. I think I maybe just want to put the tiniest little cluster on here. Something, maybe just a really cute, fun, tiny embellishment if I have one. Let's see what we have. would be cute, but I'm going to put it on the outside of the pocket page so that it doesn't ruin the pocket page. Hopefully you guys are having fun as I try and debate. My hope is that if we are doing some of this together, it will help to not only maybe motivate, but also to, if you're working on it while you're playing along with me, it might help you to get, you know, kind of just even just the keeping you company. And so feeling like you can focus on, you know, making it happen, because sometimes that's all it takes. Just having a little help from someone. Oh, I do have an idea if this doesn't work. I also have chipboard, of course, but I think this is too, I think this is wider than I need. Make sure you guys can see. I was thinking maybe this would be cute, but I don't want to overdo it either. I don't want to take away from the words. Yeah, I don't want something on the side. I think just something at the bottom would be good. Just chipped my fingernail polish. That's odd. That's a bummer. I just did them too on Friday. Oh well. Do it again. Alright, so I'm going to add some washi. And I'm just going to wrap it, I think. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it. Alright, so I'm going to add a little piece of washi and then see what small embellishment I might have, which I'm just remembering I have stickers, and I have some small stickers. This flower might be really pretty. Or this heart would be pretty because it would bring in the black, and there's another heart there. Kind of like the flower though, because I think the heart is not as big as I want, and it's too dark with all the little tone that I had happen in here. Alright, I'm not going to overthink it. So I say. Alright, so that's going to be my back side. Ooh, except that I do have something else in mind, so hold the phone. It's going to get a little crazy in here possibly, but that's alright. I do have something else in mind, but I need to see if these are all too big. I think that's bigger than I need. Okay. I'm thinking about some trim because there's this nice just open space right there. I'm feeling like some trim would be really, really awesome. think I like the light. I feel like I like this, but I don't know. It's like another pink color getting thrown in there. So I'm gonna do this. Of course, I'm just jamming that back in there. Not nearly as nicely as it was done. I might even save these little strips because those might come in handy. All right, so now the question is, do I do this on the outside of the pocket or the inside of the pocket? We're gonna do it on the outside of the pocket. Put that over there, put it away later. It's gonna be the story of my life. How you guys doing? Hopefully you're doing good. I am having fun and I am excited about this project. I do need to do a little bit more organization though, for sure. I need to get those cards sorted by color, so that will take me a little less time in the future, so that I'm not sorting through all of the cards, but rather I'm just sifting through the ones that I need to narrow it down. All right, we're gonna add this right here. Now again, I like fluff, and I love embellishments, and I love ephemera and layers, and so you can absolutely keep this simple, much more simple than some of the things that I may decide to add. Because of course now I'm like, do I need something else on here? I would love like a button. A button might be really cute. But maybe not. That might end up being just a tad too much. So we'll see. If I did like a little button, big button, double layer button. I like that, double layer button. Oh wait, what is this? No. This is how I roll. You guys don't need to be this crazy, I promise. But this is just how I like to do things. And sometimes I won't do as much. Sometimes it'll be much more simple. It won't be the full buttons and lace and layers. But I can't help myself right now. And it also sometimes will have, 5 or 6 colors in one layout, and other times it might be tonal like this. And it just kind of depends on what you're feeling, what's speaking to you. And that's what's okay, because when you flip through the whole album, it's just amazing, so try not to get, as I took forever and still am not done with this. But, and look how cute that actually is, the back of that card. Try not to get too hung up in how the pages are going to mix with the next page either, because like as much as this is all one tone and what I want to do next is using the green, keep in mind that when you get to a point where you've done a lot of work in an album, it all starts to just be really rewarding to be able to flip through though, and like you see there's tons of yellow and pink right here. But then I have all of this, black on this next one. And, this hot pink goes with this. And, lots of colors here, and then this is, pink and black. And, it flows within and of itself. And in my opinion, it's the whole concept of seeing it all together. That it's not, identical, you know, page in and page out, you know, but it still comes together when you're looking at it, and that's what's important. So don't get too hung up on, you know, like my first page has, you know, this pink and yellow in it, that I don't have to stick with that as my main focus. I can, you know, keep going. So I'm really having this idea that I really want to use these cards all together in some way, shape, or form, just because I really, really like just this kind of next introduction piece of, you know, that like this is the title page, which I haven't finished, and then this is just, again, a little like, this is what it's all about right here. But then these are really speaking to me to go ahead and kind of kick off. And then that way the other nice thing about it is I would have this opening page, I would have this page, this green page, and so then it'll be the next flip over that'll be week 1 can immediately be a two-page spread, as opposed to just a one page meeting on the back of this. So I'm excited about that. So I'm gonna look real quick at, there was like this green option that might be kind of nice. It's not quite the same color as her dress though, so I'm not 100% sold on it. Oh, here, this was the one. This is actually the pattern of her dress. So I kind of like that as a possibility. I will have to, I will round those corners, and I don't think I'm going to overthink it and start looking for anything else. I'm just going to go with this instead of trying to like search for more cards. I like this. I'm trying to think of where my corner rounder is. I'm realizing I think I had my small one. Okay, I may have to do my corner rounding in a minute. So I'm gonna need a page that, oh no, here's where I'm gonna run into a problem though. If I do it this way, then that doesn't work for my week 1 layout because I need the bottom to be a 4x6. But we're just gonna make it work. So I don't think I'm gonna embellish this one or this one. I just need to corner round it. I really need to figure out where I put my corner rounder. I used to have it in my tool bag, but I don't keep that close at hand anymore. I have to figure that out now. All right, so now the question is going to be, although, let's see, I do like these, but let's see if I have a 4x6 option to build off of, just in case. Yeah, let's put that away. Oh, where am I doing my journaling? Oh, okay. I missed that question as well from Katie. I will do my journaling on cards. So let me grab last year's and show you. So I will just do it right on the different cards. So like last year, the first one also was currently. So I happened to have this little card that said currently, and so I did that. I do have 2 cards already that say like currently loving or currently obsessed, so I may use those as well. You know, and like I had this other card here that I used to write some more. You know, just to add to it because I felt like there was enough for me to do multiple layouts. With my interests, you know, like I wrote the word exercise or, you know, used stickers here and then just wrote, you know, because it was pretty brief that I was interested in losing weight and getting in shape. And then like I used a card here. I was interested in crafty and I kind of explained those. And then I was also interested in my origami owl, and so I wrote that here. Here, I used cards again, and I broke down, you know, my character traits. Focusing on, I wrote that on a card. Hi, Robin. On this one, I happened to use a long, thin one that I had and wrote, you know, this was goals, wrote the goals there. And then I had this other little card. So I really wrote it on cards for each of them. You know, so I used cards pretty much for all of them. You could also, you know, you could also add other types of papers in here and just punch them in. You know, so you could use, as far as like from some of the vintage things, you could use, you know, like you could use, you know, book cards and, you know, tuck them in and even like fold it over a little bit if you needed to. So it could be something where you pulled it out to get more writing in. This would kind of barely fit. Guest checks, you could hole punch and add in a guest check for your writing. You could do some different, you know, different tip-in options with washi tape where like it folds out or things like that. So lots of opportunities for, and it depends on how much journaling you're doing. You know, like for the currently, it can kind of be more like little bullet points, you know, so like this one, you know, I went ahead and used things like, you know, what were we currently watching and like what was I reading, which it's funny, I'm looking at this, I was reading Rising Strong by Brene Brown, and that was in 2018, and I'm currently reading Atlas of the Heart by Brene Brown right now. You know, so some of it is not necessarily going to be super long journaling, because, you know, and then, but others might be. And that's where you could also do a full page, you know, something where it's like a full page, and you could do, you know, you could put lined paper or create lines for yourself and do a lot of journaling. So yeah, lots of different options for your journaling. That was a great question. I'm glad that you brought it back up because I hadn't gotten back up to the top there. So I'm trying to figure out if I can just like make these go together and it'll be all right, or if I'm gonna have a space. I'm gonna have a little bit of a space. So it would be good if I had a card that it backed with, maybe. Okay, but I really, I love this card that says it all starts here. I really love how nicely it goes with this cute Kelly Bangs documented card. I love that I have this floral one, and then I love that this is also like kind of pulls in that doily shape. So I just know I need to add this in to the mix. So I need to see real quick if I have my corner rounder handy, because I don't want to decorate this without, y'all can see my cute jammy bottoms, comfy pants that I'm in. like stumped as to where I put that because I used to use it all the time. I don't use it as much anymore, but all right, well, I have my mini one that I use when I travel, so we're gonna use that one right now. Yes, Robin, I am. I am planning to. And the good thing is, the really nice thing is with her giving us 4 prompts at a time can be really helpful because it can give you an idea of what types of pictures to go ahead and kind of plan for and even put it like in your phone. Let's see. Let me just pull back up her, I had her email open. Okay, so, currently I think, of course, it'd be great to take a selfie of yourself this week, or even if you happen to have one like from Christmas or New Year's, that's certainly currently enough. And then the following one is interests. So it would be really great even to take a selfie of yourself doing one of those things that you are interested in. So like if you are reading a book or you're watching a YouTube or, set your phone up with your timer and have it take a photo. They don't all have to be like, selfie like this. They can certainly be all different types of selfies. It's really great to prop up your phone, set the timer. You can also use, if you have an Apple Watch, you can use the timer on your watch, like to take the photo, to get shots of yourself doing certain things. So if one of your interests is cooking, get yourself cooking or reading, or if it's, and then like week 3 is colors. My favorite colors aren't necessarily what's in my wardrobe per se. It's very interesting. So I might take more photos of like things that are the colors I love and use those that week. So I may not have like a selfie necessarily that week unless I do have something that falls into, if I do have a shirt or something that's one of my favorite colors currently, then I may, there again, put it in, like look at that week, remind yourself to wear it and take a selfie one of those days. And then again, like my happy place, if your happy place is like your scrapbook area, again, get a picture, and it could be truly you in that space. So prop it up, set your timer, or if you even take one, when I oftentimes will take a photo of from me forward, what my desk looks like, what I'm working on. You could also do that, because like if I look back, my scrapbook space has changed over time. So I hope that helps. Hopefully. Hopefully that helps. All right, I am going to corner round these real quick. At least I say that. There we go. I don't know where my full-size one is. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is a little one that's from Hobby Lobby. That's just this little tiny one. And so I keep it in my little like pouch that has, like essentials that then if I am kind of gonna just quickly go running, want to have just enough things with me, I can just grab that pouch and go. It has, a pair of scissors in it, and it has an extra tiny attacher. It has a hole punch in it. Just so I don't have to like pack everything. So just something to keep in mind. Okay, so now those are corner rounded. I'm thinking I may not need to put a card behind it, that if I, maybe kind of do something that meets in the middle here, you won't really see that. And then of course there's going to be a card behind it. So I'm going to take a little look at what like embellishments I have. which like this is really kind of cute just because it ties in the colors and it has the flowers, and I could just embellish over it, and it even has little like ticket numbers punched, which is kind of cute. So that's definitely a possibility. Move this into the screen. So I hope that helped as far as taking selfies every week. You know what I mean? And honestly, you might really want to, and I'm saying this out loud, realizing for myself, I'm going to actually do the same thing as I'm working on my planner and getting some things set up this coming week. You know, it might be really a great idea to do that. You know, as soon as you get the email from her, you know, go ahead and pencil in what the topic is, you know, on your whatever, like in your, if, you know, in your planner or in your phone, or, you know, or even if you just have a, like if you put something by your crafty space, even, depending on how often you sit down in your crafting space, that you would see it, you know, or even keep it on in your laptop on a sticky note, if, you know, depending on what you do or don't do planner wise, and just kind of go ahead and as soon as that email comes, jot those in, and then maybe, you know, you'll have a quick brainstorm of like, oh, okay, so I'm going to want to take a picture of myself this week, you know, making dinner or making a cake, or, you know, make sure I wear, you know, such and such color this week because it's, you know, one of my favorite, you know, favorite colors for this project type of a thing. So I'm realizing, which I need to write that down for myself because I'm going to get off of here and we're going to figure out dinner and it's going to go right out of my brain and I'm going to forget. You know, and Ramona, it is, and I will tell you, the more often that you take selfies, the better that you get at them, plus the more kind of acceptable we are of them. When you also need to realize that, like, that is who we are, right? I mean, obviously, I don't like to take them when I have no makeup on and my hair's a mess because then I just don't look nice at all. You know, or if the lighting's terrible, but at the same time, you know, being able to realize, you know what, I need to have some photos of myself. I want to be able to see what I look like over time. So of course, holding up a little bit is really great, you know, and then depending, maybe a little tilt or a little turn of the head, that kind of thing. Lighting is important, backdrop is important, and you can always edit, which I could maybe show a quick little, I'm not a fantastic, but there's a couple easy little, like, adding brightness, pulling out some shadows, and then bringing back in a little bit of the color. Takes like 20 seconds, makes all the difference in the world. So I could show you guys how to do that too. But I get it. And so sometimes too, when you're taking then more of an action shot, you know, if I took a picture of me right now, it could be, you know, my head down and me working on something and portrait mode. And so it's going to give you that feeling, but it's not all the time. Okay, put... Okay, I just needed to write myself a quick little note because I'll totally forget that I made that suggestion. Absolutely. You know what? Maybe we'll plan to do it on maybe Tuesday night on my live, because I'm gonna be changing up my Tuesday night lives a little bit. Like, still doing them, doing some talking, but I'm gonna be doing projects and working on things too, so that I'm doing more than just talking to everybody for, you know, an hour. Okay, wrote that down too. Yes, Katie, absolutely. A little bit of height helps because of our age. A little bit of height, natural light is great. That's why if you can step outside, or if you can be by a window, or if you have a room with good lighting. Portrait mode is great oftentimes too, because it can, you know, depending on what you do have behind you, it can kind of soften those things. And then, yeah, we can talk about some of the other quick little just fast editing pieces. I'm just looking, I just had pulled, okay, we're not going to use that. I like this little like ticket as well. Okay, so I pulled from there, just looking to see what I have to embellish these up a little bit. Most of these are too big because I think what I'm gonna do is probably finish up this little layout. And what time is it? We'll see. I might. I'm trying to decide how far I want to go. I'm still battling not feeling great, unfortunately. I had a really bad stomach episode on New Year's Eve. Actually, technically it was New Year's Day. I guess it was like 2:15 in the morning for about an hour, and then I was able to sleep, slept through the rest of the night, and thought that I would, normally that would mean that I would be fine the next day, other than, maybe like a little extra hungry when I first woke up and would be a little delicate on what things I chose overall. But in fact, I had trouble for a good portion of the day. I kept falling asleep on the couch, which I don't take naps, but I kept sleeping yesterday just multiple times. Did a little bit of crafting stuff and then went back and like slept on the couch, and then we made dinner and I slept on the couch, and I did a little bit of crafting and then we went to bed. And I didn't go to bed that late, and I slept for like 11 hours. And just, I've had no trouble with my stomach today, knock on wood, but I just have still felt really pretty drained. It's really strange. So yeah. So I might wrap up this and call it a day for today. But I'm going to want to keep working on this, and I love doing it live and working with everybody, so I very well may do one tomorrow, which I don't know what my timing would be because I don't have to work this week until Thursday. But I could also plan to, one of the things I want to do on Tuesday Night Lives now is, do a little bit just focused shocking in the beginning, just, because I like to do that and catch up with everybody and share details of new things or just kind of connect. But then I'm going to want to be working on projects, so I might go ahead and work on this one, especially this Tuesday. So that might be the other thing. So I'm just kind of playing around at the moment. Oh, thanks, Katie. I know it's really frustrating too because I was sick, for so long after getting my booster, which I really don't know if it was truly from the booster or if I ended up having a flu bug or something, because I was so sick. I didn't even start to feel better until after Christmas, and I still was really congested and stuff. So I don't know what's happening. Don't know at all. It's very odd. I'm just playing around. I kind of like the flowers because it brings in another little element, but I also don't necessarily love the flowers. Just looking to see what other options I have. I keep forgetting I have stickers. Let's see what we have sticker-wise. That might be fun. Oops. I have things just stacked. I know, it's really a shame. A part of me feels like it's been a necessity though, because I for months had been just pushing and pushing and pushing myself and was having a really bad time with just not getting enough sleep and not eating well and just not feeling good, not sick but not feeling good, emotionally and mentally. And so I kind of feel like it was my body's way of keeping me to prioritize and do certain things that needed to be done, wrap presents and, certain shopping and certain food prep. And then other times, allowing myself to just rest and relax, watch TV, do some crafting, not try to make sure the house was perfect. Hi, Suze, for the new year. And I'm really, knock on wood, thankful that I don't go back until Thursday, because that has helped too, knowing that my planner's not all set up. I haven't done some of the things I want to do for word of the year, and yet I have a couple of days still that I can sit and spend time doing that before I go back. So I think that's why, honestly. This is a cute flower with these colors. That would maybe be really cute. Ooh, or this yellow one. Okay, so that's possibility. Okay, I think one of those flowers I might like better than the die cut. Let's see. Okay, what I do need to do though is I need to tidy up and get the rest of the stuff that I've been using for December Daily, like condensed a little bit and back onto the cart. Although I do want to finish December Daily in January. Well, we are in January already. I keep kind of forgetting. I don't want it to carry forever, but I do need to like clean off my desk, and I need to finish getting the cart organized for this because having it not quite in the cart is making my desk a little dangerous. I do really kind of like this die cut. I just feel like it's a little big, and I don't want to lose so much of that. So I feel like maybe this flower would look really pretty because it has like the same style. It pulls in the color from her bow, and or this yellow one. I think I like this one though. Let's see what it would look like. That compared to, that compared to this. I think it has just the right feel, maybe. Or is the die cut better? I don't know. I don't think I like this one as much. It's like I like it in theory, but I don't think it has the right feel. What do you guys think? I think this one. Feel free to chime in still. I do need this out because I need to figure out where this lays, because I'm gonna staple it on. I don't really need to see much of that, so I'm actually okay if I think I might actually completely cover that up, and I think that might help because I just really don't need it to be there. Guys are quiet. No opinion on my floral situation. All right. And so then if I have this come in somewhere, and then I think I do like these flowers, so. Yeah, I do. All right. Thank you, Brandy. Oh, where did I put my tape runner? Guys, I'm losing my mind. I didn't think I put my tape runner away, did I? How do I lose things on my desk? Oh, goodness. That's my cue that it's probably almost time for me to go. Or I'll start making some decisions that I'm like, what in goodness gracious name were you thinking? No idea. No idea. All right, I think I had that right about there. I'll call that good. And the question is, let's do foam tape under here. Foam tape is always fun. Oops. Makes it fun. Oh, just because I like to throw out little suggestions and helpful tips when I can. I buy the packages of foam tape from the Dollar Tree. Now they're going to be $1.25, I'm sure, because now they upped their prices. Everything is $1.25 instead of $1, which is fine. But I do get the package. It's 3 rolls of foam tape. It's fantastic. Sticks really well. Gives you 3 different diameters. And it's a great way to get it because then it is inexpensive. So just in case you are in need of foam adhesive, absolutely highly recommend it. That's what I buy all the time now. And I actually switched and I use these Elmer's tape runners because I can purchase these. I can purchase them at Meijer, and the refill is like $2.35 or something like that for 2 of them, and I've been very happy with them. Much less expensive than the other ones that I was religiously purchasing. They cost a lot more than that. I switched to these out of need because during the pandemic when things were shut down for a while and I couldn't get, when the Michaels and the Joann's and Hobby Lobby and everybody was closed, and it would have been online and I was literally like out. They happened to have these at Meijer, and so I grabbed one and like 2 refills or something because they were cheap and figured I'd give them a try, and now I haven't switched back because it's just so cost effective. I also buy just the double-sided tape from the Dollar Tree. It's a single package of 1. That works great for attaching your ribbon and different things. So just saving some money if I can help you. All right. Put this in here. I don't know. I wouldn't mind maybe like a word strip right there. Something just little. Let's see what we have. So I have quite a few good ones on here, actually. Where was it now? My Beautiful World. So it all starts here, documented. I have one that says My Beautiful World. I have one that says Memories. Be brave and do it. Dare to be yourself. Find joy in your art. Be true to your heart. For the love of you. Never mind, I don't really want that one. My Happy Project. Live your story. Create art. Trust your heart. Let your art blossom. That's kind of cute because I have all of the flower stuff. Be true to yourself. Let your inner artist out. Let your art blossom. Kind of liking that one. Let your art blossom. Just because I have all the flowers on here, but I also like my beautiful world. And it all starts here, documented. Let your art blossom. Or my beautiful world. Yeah, the blossom one. It is really kind of nice, isn't it? Kind of ties it together. Let's see how it looks. I might have to snip it. I think it might be too long. Wow. Okay, I'm going to I'm actually going to chop it into 3, which I'm okay with. I need to take this out so I see where everything lays, relatively speaking. Okay. Okay, I like those. Thanks, Aunt Charlotte. I like that. Oh, I hate this ring light. It gives such a hard time because of the reflection. But, oh, I'm loving that. I am loving that. Oh, all right. The question is back to these. Because I really would kind of like to finish these. I'm realizing this is actually kind of cute, the back side of it, even with like the little washi tape that's on there, because it just says document. So I'm realizing I actually maybe kind of like that because it also brings in the pink, which I was having trouble doing, so it's not all yellow. This is kind of a fun one. I didn't realize the back of this either. It says an introduction, darkroom photo processing, which is just kind of funny, but it has that little bit of the yellow and then brings in the dark pink, so it's actually an option too. I think this one's out now because I don't really want two that are all writing space, even if I put a cluster on them. It just doesn't excite me. So I'm feeling like it's either that or that. Or that. And I'm leaning towards this or this pink one. I'm leaning towards those. Lots of things out of their package, which is okay. Let's see. I was just wondering if I liked this little girl or not, or if she's too like cutesy. The pink, okay, yeah, I know. I like this pink one, the one on the right, because I'm gonna use this for sure. I do kind of like the pink. I was wondering if this little girl would work, but I think she's too tall, and she'll cover up the words. Oh. Get her to fit. Do we like her, or is she too cutesy? Is she too cutesy? Oh, that is such... I didn't realize how bad my ring light is. I'm gonna have to work on that with the page protectors. Goodness gracious. I don't know if I want her on there though or not, or if she's too cutesy to put right there. I could maybe use it with like the currently one. That would actually look cute down there. I kind of like her down there. I don't know if she's too cutesy. Is she too cutesy? What do you guys think? Ah! These split numbers. Goodness gracious. I may need to add some adhesive to them if they're going to come off like that. What do you guys think? Is that too cutesy? Like, I really kind of like it, but it's also like really cutesy. I don't know, but that's me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Need your opinion. What do you think? Do you like her there? Maybe? Maybe not. Okay. Hi, Robin. Well, you like the pop of yellow? Like of her on there? Go, Aunt Charlotte, you're so cute. Go for it. Yeah, the colors match good, right? And she's cute. I mean, all right, Aunt Charlotte said go for it. God bless Aunt Charlotte who doesn't paper craft. I like it though. It looks cute. It looks really cute. All right. All right. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. We're going with it. Okay. So then now I need things for up here. All right. I feel like a camera would be really good over here. Which I have this camera, but I don't know if I like this camera or not. Although it's not bad actually if I mount it on something else. Let's see, what do I have? No, that definitely doesn't work. How about these? Let's see what we got. No, I know. I know. Oh, Suze, you can't see the chat. I wonder why not. I don't know. All right, I was gonna see if I have anything that works to just add the camera onto. These might all be a little bit too much though, but let's see. this has the right colors. Although I could also put the camera over here with document. Oh, I like that. Okay. All right, I am going to trim this string just a smidge. These adorable clusters are made by Kristen Scooterbug Corner on Instagram. She inspires me with her little clusters. They're so neat. I want to just sit and make a bunch of clusters. Just sit and make a bunch of clusters one day, you know, just gather all the cute things that I've had, you know, hanging out, you know, take little bits of paper and lace and all those things. All right. So this is going to go on here. I'm loving that. See, this was then, this is hopefully this helps some of you as well, because as you see, I was really stuck. I was really, really, really stuck on this front page. For those of you that just joined, I ended up I got this part done and I abandoned these top two because I could not decide on what cards to use. And so I abandoned and went ahead and was able to do this spread, and then had this one like speaking to me. These cards just kind of came together. And so I went ahead and just left these because it was just holding me back. Very much so. So I'm going to add the camera, but then I think I'm going to hold off on any writing because I don't necessarily know what I want to write on here, and I don't want to do that live just because I will be too distracted and might mess up on my thoughts. So I'm going to save that for later. That I may write something and I may actually use some of those word strips because there were some really great ones on here too. So I might even just actually I'm going to make it real easy, I think. And just to give it that little bit of look. Ah! Because there's going to be plenty of journaling in here. Oh, of course. So Robin, I'm using a 6x8 album. This is an old Project Life Maggie Holmes that was a kit. So I'm using a 6x8 album. I know you didn't get to see Friday's live. I know that you missed that, and I don't know if you watched the replay yet. When I did this project previously, I used actually the same album because I have multiple because I love it. And I did it as a 6x8. And I loved being able to do the pocket pages, and I kept this same system, and I'm going to do the same thing again, where each week I had a card that said week 1, you know, what week it was, something cute here, and then wrote out like what the prompt was. It's hard to see those tiny little pale letters, and I put the dates. So like there, and then there's like week 2. So I kept that format, and I'm going to do that again this go around because it just worked really well for me. To do a 6x8 and to keep that format. You could certainly, I know you have a lot of journals from other ladies. I know you could certainly use a journal from other ladies if you wanted to. And there again, just be, you know, maybe creating something that was standard for you with like what you wrote the prompt on, and, you know, stamping or writing out like what week it was. Okay, so since I'm going to do plenty of journaling throughout this, I actually like how this, I have to be careful because I have things that are sticking up on the back side, the puffy sticker. Okay, So I actually like that it says My Beautiful World. Document My Beautiful World, and it's not my handwriting. Yes, Sue's already posted her cover page and her first prompt. Her pages are beautiful. She's doing a 4x8 album. If you want to take a look on her Instagram, she's Sue's Creative, just like she is on here, although you have an underscore, I think, on Instagram. But yes, hers is beautiful. I'm excited, ladies. I got 3 done. I got my opening page done, this little back page that I really liked this card that says, "This is what it's all about," and had this, the page is filled with memories, stories, and happiness. And then thank you, Robin, I couldn't resist as I was working on things. This card spoke to me, and then I saw that I had this card, and then I liked that I had this card that like mimicked the shape here, and then I was able to pull this card that's the dress of her pattern. Oh, thank you, Suze. So I'm ready now to do week 1, but I genuinely think, I think I'm gonna call it done for now, because I definitely don't feel like I can do all of week 1, the first prompt, because I'm losing my steam. I know that I'll be using a card that says week 1 because I happen to have those for almost every week. I only have like 3 that are missing from this grouping. But for those of you that maybe don't have that, absolutely I would consider stamping, especially if you have a stamp, or if you decide to invest in a set of stamps, since this is a year-long project that gives you like the word week and then has all the numbers that you could just create your own, because then you could use whatever cards or tags or scrap paper to make your own, and you could do that in advance too. Would be another great thing, is that you could sit, if you decide to do, just get white cards or a color, or pick simple cards that have a very simple border. You could just sit, especially if it's when you want to watch a live or listen to a podcast where you want to do some creating, but you also are tired or don't have full like creative focus. You could do something like that. Get these all, get them all stamped out, or even just get a few of them stamped out ahead of time. And if you could also put your dates on there. If you're not going to do a separate, again, my format that I'm going to do again is going to be this. Let me show you one that actually shows up a little bit better. Mine is going to be this very similar format where I'm going to have the one that says, week whatever, and then my 4x6 will be to talk about to label out what the prompt is, and I like to do the dates. I don't know that I'm going to use this little thing that says theme and this that says dates, because I do remember that being kind of annoying, and as you see, whatever stamp I was using, I kept getting edges around whatever that one was, so I may not do that anymore, but I still like having kind of that title of what it is. I didn't really embellish like on this particular one, which is fine, because sometimes I did a lot more embellishing, and sometimes I kept it really simple. So these are some of those things you could do a little bit in advance if you wanted to, just to kind of keep things, manageable. But especially if you put a little kit together for yourself, I think that makes it really helpful, because then you're only pulling from so much stuff. So I'm going to call it pause there, and I'm either going to do some more tomorrow live if I'm feeling better, or definitely work on it Tuesday night during my Tuesday night live after I kind of say hi and catch up with everybody, because I love doing projects like this live, and working with you guys. And of course, will do some Zooms in the Pink Crafty Cottage too, where we can just be. I didn't finish it last year, and I'm going to say no, because last year I only made it to, so this is how full the last one is, and I only made it to week 13. So I genuinely believe that I'm going to end up pulling these and putting them in another album so that I can do 2 of these for this year. But part of that is because mine are all bulky. I mean, like, I already have bulk buttons and things on, my first page. So, So I'm so glad you guys were here. Thank you for tuning in. Again, I'm going to do some more lives with this for sure. And we'll also do some Zooms so we can like play together, that way we can talk and things. My goal is also to create in Mighty Networks a topic for 52 Weeks of Me. And my goal is to go ahead and I'm going to break down, actually, let me change that. I'm going to make it an event since there's so much content. I'm going to make it an event, a virtual event, and then that way I can put each prompt as a different topic. So number one, it'll be a place for you guys to find it all if you get a little scattered with your emails and things like that. And then everybody can share each one of their pages in there. So I'm going to do that. I know I've already talked to Susanna and, made sure that she was okay with me like doing this live and, and showing my process and stuff like that. But if she was really excited. I was, and she was excited to see what I make. So I know that I'm not, stealing anything from her, but rather helping you ladies be successful if I do that. So I will definitely put that all together, and get that going so that we have a solid place, especially again, that might be faster than having to like keep checking your emails, and going back, to try and find it. Although you can also, create a folder for those emails. Make it a little bit easier, but still I'm going to do this for everybody's sake. So I will definitely see you ladies on Tuesday night, if not sooner. I'll get that set up in Mighty Networks in the Pink Crafty Cottage group so that we have a good place to keep all this together. If you have any questions, comments, anything, feel free to send me a message. And I'll be happy to answer and get back to you. If you haven't signed up yet, I highly recommend you sign up for this. It would be super awesome. I'm going to really quickly, and we can talk about this more, but, and Charlotte, this might be a really great project for you as well. But you could be using like some of your, like you could do swatches from current projects you're working on or things like that. Like we could incorporate some of your fabric, and you could even do it like in a composition book where you've made one of those covers, or you could cover a binder. So we could talk, because I think you could have some fun with this too. And it's free. It's a totally free project. So think about that. That might be kind of fun. Again, I would love if you would follow me here. Feel free to be a sub and subscribe. You get one free if you're an Amazon Prime person. And yeah, I think that's everything. I had so much fun. I'm so glad that you guys were here, and we're going to keep up with this. So I will let you know when I do the next one, if it's going to be tomorrow or it might be Tuesday night. I hope you guys have a great night. Happy New Year. Bye.